Okay, welcome in. We've got all that happening. Hey, this is good, Goody. This is good.
Have you press the record
button? Yeah, the record button's on. The record button's on, and we need this on.
I need to tell that story one day. About we did the first 20 minutes with Donny Mann, and went, hold on a second, folks.
Yeah, but it was good. It was good.
It was great. Well,
it was good. It was good.
Trial run.
Won't be as good as today, though. Episode 12. Yeah. So this is good. You can hear our guest. He's having a wee bit of a giggle in the background. So I'm looking forward to this one. This is going to be a bit of humour today, Gordy.
Well, at number 12, he probably actually played there a couple of times too. And, you know, as all our guests too that have been here have never been to the New Zealand Rugby League Museum, go figure. So our guest today, first time in here too, so he's a bit blown away to be surrounded by all this. But ideal place to have our podcast. And also, if you want to visit, please send me an email, museum@nzrl.co.nz. Pop on in any occasion. You know,
big thanks to the museum.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mike Farrelly, Mike Farrelly photos to give us all the team photos going back over a number of decades, and obviously his father ran that business.
He's still going. He's still going. Yeah. Amazing.
So's Mike, just quietly. Hey? And of course, our mates at Sony, so I always give a big shout out to Chicken. Him and the tech team there have looked after us, so happy with that. So let's kick in.
Okay, let's go, because I am a wee bit excited about because this actually used to be one of my heroes, this fella, the way that he used to run. Oh my gosh.
Well.
Oh my gosh.
We've got to get to the bottom of all that.
Yeah. Originally from the Newland Stags. I think they were called Falcons way back in the day.
Correct. Yeah, well done, Gordy. You've done some stats, haven't you, boy? Jeez, that's why you're here, eh? You dig deep, eh?
I'm good. Shut up and let me do my thing. Right. Originally from the Newland Stags before moving to the Mount Albert Club, playing in the Premier Division from 82 to 1989. Had an extensive playing career overseas between 82 and 84, turning out for Lee, Swinton, Villeneuve, St Helens and St Estève. Played for Auckland and was selected for the Kiwis for their Great Britain and France tour in 1985, playing in the one test. He was selected for the 1986 Kiwis but had to withdraw due to injury, and there have been a few of those in your career, my friend. Then in 1993 he was selected to represent France, where he played against the Kiwis in Carcassonne. He is the only New Zealander to play for the Kiwis and for France, a dual international, absolute legend. Very active in New Zealand surf lifesaving and has taken to the ring and fight for life 3 times. I remember watching those, and you won 3 times. You brawler. The one and only, ladies and gentlemen, Carlaw Park Die Hard podcast, number 12, Mark Horse Bourneville.
Welcome aboard, mate.
Welcome, mate. Welcome. Well, it's such a pleasure to see you here. And
good to be here.
And as Troy and I just found out, just the other week, you've had your bloody knee done.
Yeah.
You know, so that's all old footy injuries, and you finally got that all fixed up.
Yeah, I think at 86. The doctor told me, he says, you got to stop playing. He says, you're going to be in a wheelchair when you're 40, you know. And I just says, well, fuck, it's what I do, you know. So I just kept going. And
So take us back. So Newland Stags, the mighty Stags, and they're doing very well too. Great community club. How did that all come about? Was it always rugby league for you? Do you have any other sports?
The old man played rugby league, so I was always going to be a league player.
Oh, okay.
Who did you play for?
For Newland.
Newland,
I think
legacy.
I started playing at about 10 or 11 years old.
Okay.
And so the old man was a leaguey, so I was obviously going to be a leaguey. And then I started at 10 or 11. I've played through to, because we were a feeder club for Glenora.
Yes.
And then you were only allowed to play to under 15s, then you had to go to Glenora. And then the last year I played 15s, they let us have a under 16 restricted grade.
Okay.
So I played under 16 restricted, and the year I played that, the year before that, 3 or 4 guys had gone to Mount Albert and said great things about it.
Yes.
So there was Bub Marsh, Trevor White.
Bub Marsh?
Yeah, Bub Marsh.
Wow.
Yeah, and 3 or 4 guys, and they came back fucking singing songs about it. So I said, fuck it, I'm going to Mount Albert. So I went to Mount Albert.
Who were they playing for?
Well, I joined, I was 17 and I joined the under-19 team, which was Bluey McLennan, Ricky Cowan, the Williams brothers, Kevin Williams,
Yeah, you boys went to the grand final that year too, didn't you?
Won the grand final.
Yeah,
Won the grand final.
Is that at Fox or under?
No, this under 18 grand final.
Under 19 grand
under
final.
19,
Under
was it?
19 grand
Sorry,
final.
mate.
And then we won that. And then the next year I started playing, I think it was 21s in the day.
Yeah.
And then in the first 3 games, I'd scored like fucking 12, 13 tries.
Who was inside you? Make it look good.
Who was inside me? I can't remember now.
Daryl Williams gone over then, or was this a bit earlier?
No, Daryl turned up later.
Okay.
He turned up in about 83, 84.
Okay, yeah.
Because he joined the top side straight away. And anyway, 3-4 games into the 21s, they had an injury on the wing for the top side, and Mike McLennan come and see me, and he said, I want you to step up next weekend, play fucking on top side.
Yep.
So we played my first ever game. I can remember distinctly. We were unbeaten with four wins, and we played Mount Wellington.
Ooh.
And we played Mount Wellington, and there was a bit of fisticuffs and whatnot else.
Unusual.
Yeah. And then and I scored a try, and so I stayed there.
Sure. Did that period of time, you've just gone Prem topside.
Yep.
You had a mean physique. Like, you obviously started training the house down, getting into Prem football.
Yeah.
Were you growing into your role at that point? Did you realise, okay, I've now got to start packing some size on?
The old man used to lift weights when he was a teenager.
Okay.
So he had his old gear there. So from about, it was 11 or 12, well, I had to start running with him three times a week. And from about 11 or 12, he got us into the bedroom and we had to do weight work.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
So I'd been doing weight work since about 11 or 12.
Nice.
So I had a pretty good physique on me. And then when I'm at the top side, I just went fucking mad with it and did a whole lot more, you know.
Yeah. And the culture there would have been right for it too.
Yeah. Well, Mike McLennan, he was a fucking genius of a coach.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he's passed away now, but he was just he was like a fucking father to me, you know.
Yeah.
And he got to know you from the inside, and he'd say certain things that it would just fucking switch on.
Wow.
Like he would do that, you know. I remember one final, we walked out of the walkthrough, and he just stood there and he just shook your hand and he tapped you on the shoulder and he just went like that. Yeah. And he never said a fucking word. Yeah. And you just got fucking so fizzed up. Yeah. Oh, great guy, great coach.
Yeah. So, you know, you were absolutely recognised as a Mount Albert man. I mean, someone's asked you, who's your favourite Mount Albert player? 9 times out of 10, it would have been Mark Horse Bourneville, they would have said. So that was ingrained into you right from the get-go. How do you feel a bit now about Mount Albert? I mean, I tell you what, the grand final last year, I don't know whether you saw it or not, the Fox grand final between Otahu and Mount Albert was one of the best games of footy I have seen for years. 8-6, I think the final score was.
Yeah.
Wow,
Otahu.
classic.
Yeah.
So do you still follow Mount Albert?
Yeah, we have get-togethers. Yep. We do a luncheon every year, like 2 or 3 weeks out from Christmas. We all get together and we do a lunch.
Nice.
And
how good's the clubhouse now? Hey, looks $1 million.
Yeah, no, they've done a lot of work on the clubhouse. Yep. A lot of work since it was in my day, and then it was just unbelievable. Like they're really close, and we get together and we have a fucking drink and a Yahoo and carry on, and good club.
I'd even suggest that we're starting to see that now in this Warriors outfit.
Yeah,
you know, that depth of camaraderie and that's going on, and that's what you guys had.
Yeah.
At Mount Albert.
Yeah.
You've already mentioned a few players there, and of course having Mike McLennan at the helm.
Yeah.
Tell me some other players that you played with.
Well, playing with the likes of like Shane Cooper, he was a genius. Fucking brilliant, you know. John Auckland, when Daryl Williams turned up, he was a fucking good player.
He used to glide, eh? Like, I mean, you all had different pace, different gait.
Yeah.
But he was just
he was a brilliant player. And of course, 87, he signed for Manly. Yes. And we went over and watched the grand final. I think they played Canberra that year.
Okay.
Toddy was with Canberra and they won the grand final. Yep. And so he was pretty happy about that. And
a couple of quiet ones, eh?
And then, but I mean, you had Chris Mitter. You had
rest in peace, Chris. Yeah,
he's passed away now. Yeah. you had Brian McLennan came up, took the halfback spot.
Right.
Because before I joined, they used to have, what was his name? Older guy, but damaged his knee and couldn't play again.
Troy Hardy.
Oh, mate, I never played halfback, mate. I never played. I wish.
What was his name? I can't remember. Anyway, but you had guys, you had Dommy Clark in the front row. You had
Mick Curran.
Diesel, Cassini
Capu was
Mick Curran.
Yeah.
And then in the second row, we had Gary Hooker for a couple of years.
What a wonderful side.
Yeah, it was a great side. And everyone gets on really good now. Like we had, what was it, Mark Bedford's 70th birthday up there,
mate.
Like 6 months ago, and everyone was there.
Yeah.
Everyone was there, you know?
Yeah.
And we all get on good, and it works really well.
So I'm going to throw this one in, mate, going to beat you to it. Horse by name, horse by nature.
Yeah.
How do we get the name horse?
I actually got it from New Lynn.
Yeah.
And because I'm not shy in the showers.
No. Oh, okay. So it's a shower. Here I was thinking I was running down the field.
That's this is a family show.
Probably a little bit of both. Like I used to run like a maniac.
Yeah.
I actually thought.
Well, that's why you had a big fan base. Everyone just if horse is on the ball, here he comes. He's on the gallop. But I mean, it was full on.
Yeah. So I sort of developed that skill. Probably from the old man. I wish someone had taught me to fucking sidestep, but because the old man used to just go just run fucking over the top of them, you know. Hence my injuries.
High knee running.
Yeah. Is there a couple though that you wish you had gone round, like hardest man to hit you?
Well, on the '85 tour, I broke through. There was a kick-off, and I broke through the line. And if I'd have known how to fucking sidestep, I'd have scored. But I just ran, and the fullback brought me down. And then when we played Hull KR, I broke the line then again.
Yeah.
And if I only knew how to fucking sidestep, wasn't in my
the old repertoire.
Yeah.
Before we get to that, because that's a story in itself. Your overseas stuff and your Kiwi selection.
Yeah.
How many Foxes did you win at Mount Albert?
They played the 81 Fox against Glenora, and they won. Then I was in the 82 team.
Yep.
We played that against Otahu, and we won. 83, we lost against Otahu. 84, we beat Otahu. 85, we beat Manukau.
Wow.
And then 86, we beat Te Aratu.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we played 6 consecutive Fox finals, and we won 5 of them.
Wow.
Big deal.
Yeah, big clashes against Otahu too, eh? Arch rival team for you, or did you have somebody else in your lineup?
They were always a good side. I mean, you had the Rapati boys, and you had what was the other guy's name? The white guys in there.
The white guys in there. Hey? Okay. Evans brothers?
Well, Gary Evans used to play, but there was another group. There was 2 or 3 brothers that were all white.
Okay.
I just can't remember their surnames at the moment.
I'll come back to you at 3 o'clock in the morning in the shower.
Yeah. But they were pretty good, and Otahu always put a good side together.
Yeah.
And like they beat us in '83, but we beat them in '82, beat them in '84, and then they sort of drifted out. And then we played Manukau. That was a good final. That was '85 was a good final.
And they had a pretty good team too, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. They had, Dean Bell came back, and Clayton Friend was there.
And Ian Bell.
Yeah.
Had Sticks gone across then?
Yeah, I think both. Nick and I think they were both there.
Wow.
Nick and Owen Wright.
Yeah, Nicky Wright was playing. Yeah. And then we played Te Aratu in the '86 final, and you had Ronnie O'Regan and guys like that running around, but we I think that was probably our biggest win against Te Aratu. Like we've just flogged them. It was fucking 20 points.
Wow.
So
Ronnie's going to make a comment on that. The Rogue's not going to be happy.
So out of all of this comes an Auckland selection.
Yeah.
And I mean, Auckland in those days was like the A Kiwi team rather than the B Kiwi team. Some of the games you played for Auckland, and who's in the team with you and who coaching you?
Well, Bob Bailey was the coach. I got pulled in when I was about 19, and we did a trip down to South Island, and we played West Coast, and we played Christchurch, and et cetera, et cetera. And
was this one of your first tours?
Possibly. You know, being away for 2 or 3 weeks, and you know, Bob Bailey was a reasonable coach, you know, and but I was in and I was out and I was in, fucking out, and
who are you in and out with? Who was the other winger in the roster? Can you remember?
I can't remember now. But Bob would have me in one week and I'd be out the fucking next week, and then I'd be in the next week and then out the following week. So couldn't keep up with them.
So some of those big games for Auckland, though.
Yeah. We played Australia during the 85 tour, and we lost that game. But that was a pretty robust game, you know.
Can you remember your first time going on to Carlaw? So
it was that Mount Wellington game.
Okay.
Yeah, I can still remember I can remember running out first time there. We played Mount Wellington. There was a bit of a punch up, and it was good. We won the game, and Mount Wellington had a pretty good side.
Yep.
Sorensen guys were there. They'd taken off to Australia by then, but yeah, no, they were a good team.
Yeah. So your first overseas jaunt was with Lee. So how did that come about?
There was a guy from Lee that contacted. He was a journalist here, but he'd come from Lee.
Okay.
And they contacted him and they said we need a winger, and then so he put my name forward.
Yeah.
And then so I turned up at Lee. Oh, it took a while to sort out the fucking.
I bet it did. Yeah.
And when I turned up at the airport, I was fucking around. There was supposed to be a guy meeting me there, and then the woman said, "What are you here to do?" And I just said, "I'm going to play league up north." And she said, "Oh, we'll just give you a working holiday visa," and just went stamp.
And job done.
And I just walked through.
Yeah.
And then I got to Lee, and they had what was the guy's name? He was actually the father of a guy that played for Wigan. Clark. Anyway, he got sacked after like 6 weeks when I was there.
Oh, great.
And then they brought in this guy called Peter Smithson or something.
Right.
Real tough old English prop.
Yeah.
And he wasn't too interested in like overseas players.
Back play.
Yeah. So I ended up playing most of the year reserve grade.
Yeah. Right.
I got the odd run with the top side. But because they had 2 fucking good wingers, they had Des Drummond on one wing and Ian Fox on the other wing.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Okay.
And like 2 world class wingers, you know. And so I don't even know why they fucking got me in the first place.
Yeah.
And so the new guy turned up and he wasn't so interested in me, and so I ended up playing a lot of what they call A grade.
Okay.
Yeah, that's their reserve grade over there.
Yeah.
So I ended up playing a lot of A grade games. I got the odd run with the top side every now and again, but that was that. You know.
What happened at the end of that experience? Then what did you do?
I shot down to London because a neighbour that used to live beside us was living in London.
Okay.
She said, "Come down here," and she was living with 2 girlfriends.
Right.
So,
horse by name.
It was interesting.
Yeah.
And anyway, we got down there, and I spent 2 or 3 days in London.
Nice.
And then I flew home, and Lee was always like talking to me, but I never went back.
So Swinton comes about. So where does Swinton come from?
Well, Swinton, after the 85 tour, I put on a pretty good showing in England, and then I was talking to some guys, and they said, "You're better playing top second division because you'll always be winning rather than the bottom of the first division."
Yeah.
And so I talked to Swinton. They got me over on a deal. It was fuck all.
Yeah.
You know. And
was Tim Avo, Paddy there then?
No, he wasn't. I think he was at Mount Albert by then. Yeah,
Okay,
he would have been at Mount Albert by then.
Right, because he ended up there for a stint too, I think.
Oh, did he? Oh, okay. And then I turned up there and I negotiated my own thing, didn't have a manager or anything. And it was fuck all. Because I can remember going around to...
Oh, good negotiating. Yeah.
No, but was the passion to play though?
Yeah, it was that, yeah. But there was, we went round to Dwayne, no, not Dwayne Mann, what's his cousin?
George, not George.
George Mann. And they were all sitting there, we were playing cards, and they were all talking about what they'd signed for.
Oh.
And like, they were all going around in a circle, and I snuck out for a piss because I didn't want to tell them what I'd signed for. It was a fucking misery. I was like £500 to sign, £500 at Christmas, plus all the match payments if you won, and then £500 at the end of it. So it was like £1,500, and they were all signing for like 7,000, 8,000, 9,000.
No wonder you didn't want to tell them.
Well, we told them now.
So before you end up at St Helens, which is a big step, and I want to talk about that too.
Yep.
But you go across to France to
Villeneuve-sur-Lot.
Yeah. So. Goodness gracious me, Mark, how do we end up from going from Swinton to France?
Well, I met, actually my wife now, I met this girl in France, and she was a gym teacher, and we met her at the Velodrome de Marseille, and so we got lost in the Velodrome because there was only like 5,000 people watching the game.
Right.
And then we bumped into these three girls. And then we eventually found the Salle de Réunion where the prize giving and all that was going on. Yeah. And then she come and seen me the next day, because that night we had a disco, went to the disco and had a couple of kisses and whatnot else. And then we went to, the next day we had the day off, and so she come and visited me. So I said to Ronnie, like, you've got to go and find another room, bud.
And he went, sure.
Yeah. And she's my wife now.
Oh, fantastic.
Good stuff, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's how it happens, eh?
Yeah, it does.
So she signed you to play in France.
Well, no. There was a guy called Taz Batteri.
Oh, Taz, I know Taz.
And he's of Italian descent, but he lives in Australia.
Yes, lives in Australia.
And he was involved with the French team.
Yeah.
And I contacted him and I say, because my great grandfather was French.
Yes. Okay.
So the name Bourneville is a Norman name.
Yeah.
And then so I contacted him and I says, I want to come over, and we had our first daughter by then, and then he says, okay, well, I've got a club for you in Villeneuve. They've never had a foreigner before.
Oh, wow.
Because they're quite staunch about foreigners and whatnot else. And so I turned up at Villeneuve, and then we had a pretty good team.
Yeah.
How did the boys accept you?
It went pretty well because I'd learned a little bit of French by that stage, so I could speak a little bit, but I couldn't hold a conversation with somebody.
Right.
And then
I never got past Je m'appelle Gordon.
Give me the ball.
So we got halfway through the season, and then they sacked the coach.
Oh, gosh.
There's a common thread here, eh?
Yeah.
Every club you've gone to, somebody's getting sacked. Yeah.
And then, what was his name? Michel Mazaret. And so he got sacked, and then the team wasn't very happy, and we had this guy called Jean-Luc Rabot, who was the captain of the team, and he took half a dozen of us, went to the what's called the dirigeant, which is the committee member.
Okay.
And we turned up there, and he just tore strips off them. And so half of them fucking resigned.
Oh, gosh.
And so the mayor locked up the box, although I was still getting paid. And then Mike McLennan just signed a deal with St Helens.
Right.
And he gave me a call and he says, I want you here at St Helens.
Yeah.
And I said, well, there's a bit of turmoil going on over here. Yeah. So I says, I'll fucking turn up. You pay me airfares, I'll fucking turn up.
So you didn't actually need a clearance?
No, didn't need
because of the conditions, or that was just back then?
Well, back in the day, I needed a clearance to go to France, but I just said, fuck them. Yeah, because they fucked me around a little bit.
Yeah. Right.
And then I just turned up in Villeneuve and I just started playing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then when I went to St Helens, then Mike McLennan. Oh, well, it was a bit weird. The first game was a Challenge Cup game, and I wasn't registered before a certain date, so I couldn't play in that.
Yeah.
Then I played a normal game. Then there was another Challenge Cup game, so I couldn't play in that.
Yeah.
And then I played in a game, and it was a fucking big storm, and a bit of roofing iron blew off the roof and like stabbed into the ground. So they called the game off. And then I played. I played a game after that, and I tore my abductors.
Right.
And there's not really once you do your abductors, you just got to fucking stop playing for like 12 months, you know.
Yeah.
And then, and my wife wasn't.
Who are the Kiwis in the St Helens side? This little bit of a homecoming for you?
George Mann, Shane Cooper.
Nice.
I think, and me.
Okay. Tia party there, too early?
Tia might have been there. Oh, no, he was later. He was later.
Okay.
And then so
Great club
I couldn't fucking play. And then so Mike was sort of saying, well, fuck, you know, I need to get you on the field, blah, blah, blah. And then we played a game up at Leeds.
Yeah.
And I said, I think I'm okay. And then so he put me in the forward pack.
Wow.
And
what position?
Second row, I think.
Okay.
Number 12.
Yeah.
That's all part of the podcasting, eh?
Well, when I went to France, when I went to France for Saint Esteve, we got halfway through our first game, and they said, "Have you ever played in the forwards?" And I said, "Yeah, a couple of times, yeah." And they fucking just shunted me in the forward, so I became a forward.
Yeah.
And I quite enjoyed it. You know, you had much more activity to do.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And then, so I got through, we played Leeds at Leeds.
That would have been a biggie.
Yeah. And then I bumped the guy off, stepped another guy, made a split, and I was fucking screaming for the line. And a couple of guys jumped on me, and my legs just went bang.
Right.
And so that fucked it even more. So I was fucked.
So is Dean Bell at Leeds then, or? That would have been. Oh,
no, he was probably at Wigan. He was at Wigan by then. Yeah. He was at Wigan.
Yeah.
So Leeds had. Who the fuck did Leeds have?
What's this? Mid-80s?
Yeah, this would have been 89.
Okay.
Because I think
Mark Brook-Cowden. Yeah, I'll throw that one out there.
Oh, Mark Brook.
Yeah. I used to go to school with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so did I.
Yeah.
But probably not in where you are, but at Mount Abbott Grammar. That's where he came out of.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
because he went there for a couple of seasons, eh?
He went to Blockhouse Bay Intermediate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he was quite well known there. And then, so my season with Saint Esteve was fucked.
Right.
And, I just hobbled around and went back home.
So your biggest game for St Helens, what was your biggest game?
Probably the Leeds game.
The Leeds game.
Yeah.
Yeah. And where was that played?
At Leeds.
At Leeds.
Headingley.
Because that's a lovely ground. That's a lovely ground. So what's the capacity there? 30,000?
Oh, Jesus, Headingley. I think it's 30 or 40, something like that.
Yeah, it's a lovely ground.
It's a big stadium.
Yeah.
Big stadium.
So you finish up there, Mark, and then what, back to New Zealand?
I came home because I needed 12 months off. I couldn't play.
And your lady come with you at that point?
Yeah.
Okay.
She came back.
All right.
And then we had twin boys, and then we went to. Then I called up. I wanted to go back to Villeneuve.
Right. And
I called up, and this new president had taken over. We used to call him the Fat Man. You know, he was like big guy, and he had a conserve business, and he had plenty of money. And anyway, I kept talking to him, and he was like fucking me around. And then a guy that had played at Villeneuve with me had gone to Saint Esteve, Patrick Wozniak. So I called up Patrick Wozniak and I said, like, what the fuck's going on at Villeneuve? Because I can't get fucking tickets or dates or anything out of them. And he goes, oh, no, they've already signed 3 Australians.
Oh.
So he says he doesn't want you to end up at another club.
So he just played you out?
Yeah, he was just playing me out, so just to try and fuck me, you know. And then I got to so Wozniak said, well, we don't have any foreign players for the year. How about you come over here? So I went over with my brother Eugene and Tommy Sutton.
Yep,
Tommy Sutton.
Yeah, Tommy Sutton. And Tommy was hot or cold. And then we turned up at St. Esteve, and the first year we made the grand final, lost by 1 point. We played Carcassonne, it was 9-8. The next year we won the championship final and the cup final.
Right.
And what's called the Challenge en Berre, which is a pre-season.
Oh, like a Root Rooster back in our
Root Rooster thing, yeah. And then the last year we won the cup final. We missed out on the championship final. So it was a good time at St. Esteve, good guys.
Yeah.
I go back pretty well every couple of years and catch up with them,
Nice.
and good bunch of guys, really good bunch of guys.
Can I take you back to 85 when you get selected for the Kiwis?
Yeah,
What a buzz.
yeah.
So who gives you the call?
Bluey McLennan gave me the call.
Wow.
And he said, my old man's at the meeting, and he said, they've just announced your name on the Kiwi tour.
Oh, so where were you?
I was at the factory,
Oh, okay.
my old man's factory,
Right,
which used to be down
Nielsen Street.
Street, yeah. And then I called up my mum, and my dad was at home.
Yep.
And I thought, fuck, I'm going to drive home, because he's like, one thing I never got from my old man was how proud of me I made him,
Yeah.
And I fucking walked in the door,
Yeah.
and he
This
just
was the day.
he just fucking cut me down. Don't think you fucking made it now. You only just fucking started, and he was a fucking nightmare.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. But you're buzzing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I was over the moon.
Yeah.
Making the Kiwis, because there was me, Ricky Cowan, Shane Cooper, and Daryl Williams, all from Mount Albert,
Yeah.
that made the tour.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we caught up with the guys like Mark Graham, Olsen Filipino. Like, what a gentleman! Like a fucking great guy. Great player, but just what a great guy. Really was, And then you had, I think Dean Bell and Clayton Friend were playing for North Sydney at the time.
Yes.
And then we hooked up with all the Dane O'Hara, Luluwai, Coy, Kimball, Gary Prome was playing for Hull KR, and Graham West.
Oh, Graham West.
Graham West, he was playing for Wigan. And,
So you met with them when you got to the UK?
Met with them when we got to the UK.
Yeah.
And then they came into our camp. And then, but just really good guys.
Yeah.
Like no one was above anyone else, and they just accepted you as a player. And I played 13, 14 games on that tour.
Yeah. Wow.
So
and just the one test, is it?
no, I didn't play a test on that tour.
On that tour, no.
We bailed up Lowy after the Leeds third test in England, me and Ronnie O'Regan.
Yeah.
And we said, when are we fucking going to get a test,
Yeah.
But he'd already announced that what they called the Beagle Boys from Hull, Kimball, O'Hara, Coy and Luluwai, they were coming to France. We thought they're not coming to France to play the fucking midweek games. No. And then what else happened? And Gary Prome came over, and so I knew we weren't going to get a test run,
So who's on the wings ahead of you?
O'Hara,
of course,
played on the wing in the tests, and who was on the other wing? I think they threw Daryl Williams there. Yeah. He played wing at the last test in England.
Yep.
And then I think he played wing for both tests in France.
Okay. Would that have been just to cover fullback if something had happened as well, I guess?
Possibly. Yeah.
Yeah.
But Daryl was a great player. You couldn't really fucking knock him. He was a fucking exceptional player.
Yeah.
Yes.
Really was. Yeah.
But still, it's a Kiwi jersey.
Yeah.
So,
absolutely.
Some of the games that you played, the midweekers.
Well, I played in the first one against Wigan.
Oh, cool.
And then the second game was a test, I think. And then we played Wigan, and we lost that game.
Yeah.
And then we played Lees, we played St Helens, we played
all the big clubs.
Yeah, all the big clubs. Probably the top half dozen clubs of England. And then we had to play the counties. So we played Lancashire.
Okay,
Well,
so
actually,
that's like rep football.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the Lancashire game was called off because the ground was frozen.
Right.
We played Yorkshire at Bradford, and then we played Cumbria up in Barrow, I think it was. Yeah. So it was, it was interesting times, and the team was pretty well grouped up. Everyone got along. So
for guys that I suppose coming through the grades, being at Mount Albert, getting in the top side, for the Mark Grahams, the Luluais, I suppose what we look to from our eras, our heroes.
Yeah.
What was it like, mate? What was the vibe being in the team?
Mark Graham was exceptional. Like, he talked to you like he'd known you for 20 years. Like he was a really good guy. Olsen was a fucking great guy. Olsen treated you like he'd lived next door to you for 30 years,
Yeah. Rest in peace, Ollie.
Yeah. And the other guys, we all got on with the Hull guys. Gary Prime, who was at Hull KR, Graham West, who was at Wigan. They all looked...
And they all have big followings there too. They would have been rock stars.
They would have been. Yeah. They did have. And but they just they just accepted you like they'd played with you for 20 or 30 years, It was quite a good feeling, quite a good vibe to be in, Yeah. Really was.
So very, very disappointing. 86 comes along, you get selected again, and you have to withdraw through injury. What was the injury? And that must have been devastating.
I think it was my knee.
It was your knee.
Yeah. I popped a knee cartilage in my knee, and it was only a 6-week tour. So I went into the training camp, and then Lowy come and seen me, and he said, "You're not going to be right for like 5 weeks, and you're going to play the last couple of games on the tour." So he said, "We're going to have to replace you."
Yeah.
And I think it was Gary Mercer that replaced me or something. Yeah.
Okay.
So that was just a bit disappointing because I'd had my girlfriend came over, and I'd had all this big trip planned where she was going to follow us around.
Right.
I didn't end up going.
Yeah. So that for you, as far as the Kiwis goes, that was it?
That was it.
Yeah. And was that a choice that you made, or you just never got selected again?
I probably just never got selected again.
Yeah.
I played in the New Zealand residents against the first year that the Brisbane Broncos played in the NRL.
Okay, it was just like a warm-up match for them or something?
Yeah, it was at Lang Park.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
And
who's in the squad with you?
Oh, Dean Lonergan,
nice.
Peter
Yeah.
Brown. Probably typical New Zealand resident squad.
Yeah.
And so we played that game, we lost, and then the Broncos went on because they were quite a good side. They were pretty much Queensland team,
Yeah.
And we went over there, played, lost, came home. Oh, I'd broken my hand in a touch rugby game. Fucking hit some guy.
Playing touch, eh? Here we go. That's touch, I was saying.
Hurt my hand.
Yeah.
And then so that hand there, that's what's called a Bennett's fracture.
Right.
And so they plated it, and they've taken the plate out now. But I went to the hospital, and the guy goes, "I'll go down the hallway and into the room at the end of the hallway, and they'll plaster you up, And I thought, oh, fuck, I've got this game lined up. So so I just strapped my hand up.
Right.
And I just kept playing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because you've had a few injuries, Horse. I mean, and some nasty ones, and you've mentioned a couple.
Yeah.
Other injuries that you've endured through your rugby league career?
Well, I broke my arm 4 times.
Oh, my gosh.
Okay. I broke my hand once.
This all playing touch?
No, some of it was real footy.
Yeah.
And then I broke my jaw in a warm-up match against Richmond, I think it was.
Oh my
the Bulldogs?
The Bulldogs.
Yeah.
And then I played I think at one stage I'd had 16 general anaesthetics for footy injuries.
Right.
16.
Is this on one day or week after week after week?
This was over about 4 or 5 years.
Oh, okay.
Because when I went to France, I I broke my hand in a fucking fight, and then so they put pins in it, and then waited till for it to heal, and then they pulled the pins out, and then I had a thing called Jeep driver's bum.
Okay. All right. No idea.
I don't know whether we should get
No idea. Hey, here we go. Here we go, kids. Leave the room.
Yeah. So you got your ass, and then just above there, I had this little wee hole, and it would get infected every now and again.
Oh, okay.
And so, but in France, they fixed it properly because over here, they just squeezed all the pus out of it.
Yeah. So it's like an ingrown hair or something. Yeah. Gotcha.
And so in France, they actually cut me open, peeled it open, and then let it heal from the inside out.
Yeah. It is a thing. I've heard about it.
I'm feeling rather uncomfortable.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good one. That's good. I mean,
Thanks for sharing that. That's great.
So outside of jaw, arm broken 4 times, hand, knee, and here, whole back asshole. Everything else is all good though?
Never had a problem with my wrists or shoulders.
Yeah.
Ankles, hips are okay. Like my knees are fucked. That's why I've just got this one replaced. But the other knee's not bad. I don't think I'll get that one done.
Yeah. Because, I mean, you were always strong in the trunk. It was part of your, your DNA,
the way I played footy.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was going to say, is that because of the way you played footy? It was all in or nothing? You're hard out. I mean, I just so remember.
Good question.
Watching you run.
Yeah.
You didn't stop for no bastard.
Yeah.
And that's obviously contributed.
The OG, run it straight. He's the original, run it straight.
Part of the way I played was probably to do with my old man, because he just said, what's that fucking sidestep fucking thing you're trying to do? He just said, fucking just run over the top of them.
Did anybody ever say, Mark, I want to try and teach you a few things? And you go, no, my dad said to run straight. so has anybody ever tried to change the style of play that you did?
Like I had my way of playing, and that's what it was.
Well, it was the horse way of playing.
Yeah,
everybody knew it. Everybody knew it.
Yeah.
So basically, your first division footy career is like 5 years, maybe 6 years. Is that right?
No, I played from 82. At 18, and I finished in France 94.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's a good stretch. Yeah. That's 12 years. Yeah.
So I finished my last 3 years at Saint-Estève.
Right. Yeah.
And made the French team, played against the Kiwis.
Well, no, I need to ask you about that one. That was my golden question.
Yeah. Thanks, sir. Oh, well, let's pack it up. It's over now.
I have to go home now. Well, so now that you've brought it up, thanks, Horse. Because that's pretty special. I mean, no one else has done that. So you've played for the Kiwis, and then you played for France against the Kiwis.
Yeah.
How on earth did that feel?
Oh, I was fucked off because when it was Howie Tamati was the coach.
Yep.
Okay.
And through England, I think they lost all 3 games.
Was that 93 or?
93. 93.
Yeah.
It was November 93 when we played them.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
And then, so I think they lost 3 tests in France. And the thing that annoyed me is he wasn't looking at any of us guys in France.
That were playing in France, okay, to come through.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And so I was like fucked off.
Yeah.
And then I got selected for France. And then, it was probably the greatest game of my life.
Yeah.
I just went to town, you know.
Yeah.
Brent Stewart was one of the props.
Oh,
yeah.
I must have sat him on his ass like 6-7 times.
Who are you marking though? Who was?
Well, I was the second row.
Oh, you were in the second row.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And even Quinton Pongia was playing. You know, like condolences to Quinton's family.
Yeah.
But I remember sitting Brent Stewart on his ass at one stage, and he says, "Fucking try that with me, you." And he goes, so fucking you're next.
So you had an attitude on at this point, eh? Everyone's taking the pain.
And I got the ball from the kickoff and I ran fucking straight at Quinton Pongia, sat him on his ass.
Oh, wow.
And then ran over the top of him and then kept going. And
But you didn't win that game, though.
No, didn't win it. Didn't win it. No. The score wasn't big. I think it was like 27-18 or something like that. So,
how were your teammates in that thing? Were they looking to you in regards to, okay, we're about to go and play your ex fellow countrymen? Or was there any of that going on in regards to?
We had a guy who was in my team at Saint Esteve called Kidami.
Okay.
And he was a part Arab guy. And he said, when they do the haka, he says, we're going to do the bird dance.
All right. Yeah.
And I said, no, don't do that.
Oh, you talked about it. Okay, good work.
Crikey. Yeah. That would have been red rag doable for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
But no, it was a good game.
But it's a huge honour, of course, to play for France. I mean, and you've got family. You've already mentioned your great granddad or your great grandparents.
Yeah.
So for you, I mean, that must have been just such a proud moment.
Yeah.
National anthem. You're very fluent in French.
Yeah. Speak French now.
Yeah. So you're just such a proud moment, and it puts you in the history books.
Yeah.
Because you've done something that
Point
no
of
one else
difference,
has done.
Yeah.
Did you keep the test jersey?
Yeah, I've got my test jersey.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. I've got that. That's at home. No, it was a very proud moment playing for France against the Kiwis. Probably one of the biggest games of my life.
Yeah. You know? I was going to ask you your standouts, and that would obviously be one of them. And you wearing the Kiwi jersey.
Yeah.
When you look back now, any regrets, or thinking I should have done that, or I should have taken that option, or any regrets?
Wish I'd learned how to fucking
Sidestep.
I knew you were going to say that.
I had a lot of injuries, but that was because of the way I played.
The way you played,
I just ran into people.
Yeah.
And no, I can't think. Like looking back at my career now, I don't think there's much I would have changed. Yeah. It was just the way I played.
That's good.
It was just the way I played the game,
Well, and the friends that you've met along the way, which you've still, very, very strong with, so that's a plus as well.
Yeah. I go back to France and I catch up with all the players and, we get on the drink and carry on and it's
and
really
that's
good.
a massive point of difference for a lot of other, Kiwis or legends that we've dealt with, going back to England or Australia or whatever.
Yeah.
But France, that's cool.
Yeah. No, that is cool. And then there was a guy called Roger Palis. He was our captain in our standoff, and I stay at his place most of the time.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
And he's just a fucking great guy.
Yeah.
Like a really great guy. And he's got two half-brothers that played, Pierre Chamorin and Stéphane Chamorin. And, just great people. Great people.
I was going to ask, mate, any game comes to mind, top of mind, where Mark knows that today I've got to get up. This is going to be a real important match. Now, you've already talked about one of them, obviously playing the Kiwis.
Yeah.
But either a club football or an Auckland match or whatever, where you knew the guy that you were opposite.
Yeah.
It's now time to switch on.
Yeah.
Who's that game? Who's that guy?
Well, to the last couple of years in France, I started to struggle to get out of bed because I'd fucking run into people all day. And so I was thinking I'm not going to last too many years doing this, playing this way. And it sort of was, like my last year, like I broke my arm playing against New Zealand. That was halfway through the second half. And then I did 12 weeks off, and then they put a plate in my arm. Right. And, they put the plate in the arm within a week. And then I came back and I was playing my third game back. It was a semi-final for the cup, and I fucking re-broke the arm.
Oh, cheapers.
And that's when I just says, I'm gone. Like, that's me. I'm fucking over it, And then and I had my bum fixed. And then that was pretty well. I was struggling to get out of bed.
And people don't realise when you're coming back from rehab, when you're coming back from injury, all of the mental gymnastics that go into that.
Yeah.
And then bang, something else happens.
Yeah,
just spirit breaking.
Yeah. No, it was tough in the day, and but I wouldn't change anything from my league days.
No.
Yeah.
Before we kicked off, talked about our younger days.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to remember you at the Stags.
Yeah.
And football. So what were you going to say before I cut you off?
Well, I can remember we were playing Point Chev. You turned up because you were a big guy. And I think you guys won that day. and because everyone was talking about you because you're this big kid.
The redhead, kill the redheaded guy. Get the guy with the freckles. Was Red McKay playing with you then? Was he or was he a bit younger?
He was a year younger than me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
'Cause it seemed, I think he went to Mount Albert too, didn't he?
Yeah.
Well, New Zealand boys went.
Yeah, because he went to Glenora initially, and then he came to Mount Albert.
Okay.
And then there was a couple of guys, Mark Whirinui, Chris Harris. They all came over after I'd been there like 6-7 years, Good guys. Yeah. Really good guys.
Can I ask you, so you've played at some magnificent stadiums all around the world. Carlaw Park, and I know comparative to some of those biggies, but Carlaw Park had its own feel to it.
It did.
So Carlaw Park to you, what does it mean?
Oh, like it was great playing at Carlaw Park because on the wooden terrace side, you were fucking 1.5 meters away from the public, and on the other side they were a bit further away. But no, Carlaw Park, great ground. It's a shame now that they've squashed it and it's all university accommodation now.
Yeah, retail space.
Yeah. So, but no, it was a great ground, great space.
And when you look at the game today, especially now, how the Warriors are going, the game today has changed significantly. The rules around the game, the speed of the game.
Yeah.
Do you prefer your day or current? Let's put it. Okay, let me reframe that. Would you be able to play if you were starting your career today?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I'd have to learn the fucking sidestep. But
Oh, mate, there's a few boys that do have and achieved by running it straight, and they probably would have spent some time and given you a whole range of tools.
Yeah.
But I think every legend you ask that question to, it's all that self-belief. We'd strap up and go.
Yeah. I was always a confident kid. I was the fastest runner at primary school, the fastest runner at intermediate school, and then
that's why you were called Horse.
Yeah.
Were any other New Zealand or any other Auckland representative codes that you were in? Like you just touched on running now. Is there anything else that we don't know about?
Surf lifesaving.
Oh, surf lifesaving. I still do that now.
Yeah. Are you out of Piha?
At Piha.
Yeah.
And then we just had our nationals last weekend, weekend before, and my guys are taking a rest this year.
Okay. When you say your guys, your crew.
My crew.
Okay.
My senior men's crew.
Yeah.
And then so we only had a women's crew there, and they won the double gold medal down there. So big effort from them.
Yeah.
And one of them's leaving, so they're looking for another girl to pull in for next season. So,
and how does that work? You go hunting all other crews, or do you know names and they tap them on the shoulder and bring them in?
Initially, I did a thing. It was a toughest man thing with Eric Murray.
Yeah.
Got through to the final, and it ended up being a 30-second boxing match, and then it was wrestling.
Okay.
And I won the thing, and then I was talking to him, and I says, have you got any fucking good rowers up your sleeve, And he goes, I've got this guy, Ben Scott, and, rowed at New Zealand level.
Yeah.
And great guy, Ben Scott. And then so I got Ben into the crew, and then we won the first year with him in the crew, we won the short course title, and the second year we won both titles, long course and short course.
Wow.
Because the short course is a 250-metre run up the beach through a flag.
Okay, is that through surf?
Surf, yeah. And the long course is 450 metres, and they've got two towers in the water, and it's the nose of the boat coming through the line. Yeah. And then Ben, after he rode for a couple of years, then he says, I've got this other guy, fucking Paul Gerritsen, that's interested in rowing surf boats, And Paul's if you want to picture Arnold Schwarzenegger, Paul's like Arnold. He was a fireman for years.
Yeah.
He's got a big recycling company down in Hamilton now, Purposeful. And he joined the crew, and we went the first year he joined the crew, we were the New Zealand crew. We went to the ASRL Open at Stockton Beach in Newcastle. Yep. We won the Test Series.
Wow.
And we won the Open Men's Final.
Wow.
How cool's that?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't there a telly program like the Bondi Rescue equivalent that you were on that was here?
Oh, PR Rescue back in the day.
Yeah.
PR Rescue back in the day,
it's back in the day.
He used to love us because we'd always get up to antics in the boat and fall out and fucking crash and fucking all sorts of things. So actually, I'm still good friends with the guy that was producing that, Eric Dirks. Yeah.
Something else I just wanted to touch on briefly, as we move on, the Fight for Life.
Yeah.
You did extremely well there. How did you find that, having a sporting background with the rugby league, how did you find the different sport and boxing? Because boxing's tough.
Yeah.
Boxing's tough.
First of all, I had a great coach called Mark Bedford, and he boxed.
Boys.
He
Big
boxed.
shout out to them.
Boxed all his life, and so he just worked me to death.
Yeah.
And I was always a good trainer anyway.
Yeah.
So I didn't mind being worked.
I'm
to
told
death.
he's a mean trainer.
Yeah. So, and then I had Mike Patton up my sleeve, and he was doing more physical stuff with me.
Yeah.
And then, I was getting 3 telephone calls a day when I was fighting Steve McDowell, which was the first fight.
Yes, I remember that.
And they were all,
he wasn't a small boy either, right?
Yeah, no. And they were all saying, he's a judo, fucking black belt in judo. He's going to fucking kill you, So I just kept upping my training.
Right.
And then that one went the way it went, and got stopped in the second round. And then I fought Inga.
Yeah.
And then Inga put me down twice in the first round.
Yeah.
But I was talking to him later because he put me down the first time, and then he walked back to his corner and he turned around and I was already standing up there jogging, and he goes, fucking hell, it's beatable.
Well, it's also half a brain game too,
Yeah. And then I finished him in the second round, and then I fought Lindsay Raki in the last one. Yeah. That was a good fight.
Yeah.
And because I put him down a couple of times, and he got counted out by 10. And who was it? Lance Revel, who was the referee? Yeah. He just said, "Get up! You just got to fucking keep fighting."
Yeah. What made you like the boxing? Is that always something that's been in the background, or is it something that you acquired a taste for later on?
I sort of acquired, because how it all started was Dean Lonergan was working on the radio hierarchy.
Yeah.
And he'd organised a boxing night at the Mandalay.
Yep.
And then he said,
You remember the Mandalay, Gordy? Hey? Done a bit of spade work down there, buddy?
And then he said, "Horse, do you want to fight?" Because he said, we've had all these people that want to fucking, come in and fight. And I says, "Oh, yeah, okay, I'll have a crack." And then, so that was like 3 weeks out. So I had like 3 weeks to train, and I fought this big Tongan guy who'd apparently just got out of prison, and I cleaned him up. And then Dean went on to do the Fight for Life stuff after that, and that's when
extremely
he
well.
picked up. Yeah, he's done exceptionally well.
Yeah,
done very well.
Yeah.
Well,
mate, I think we've probably about come to the end. But in closing, is there anything that you want to share with Carlaw Park Die Hards about your career and any advice that you could give to anybody?
I can remember being a kid, and my old man would go along to the night footy, which was the rope booster back in the day.
Yeah, how cool.
And because he used to play for Richmond.
Yep. Okay.
So
what year?
I think he stopped in his early 20s, and but he used to be, one of his good mates was Gary Bailey.
Okay,
Rogers,
Gary, yeah. I think he's the oldest brother. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we used to go along there, and I always thought about, and then someone out of the blue asked me a question one day. They says, "Oh, what do you want to do with yourself?" And I said, "I'd fucking love to be able to play for the Kiwis one day,
Yeah, nice.
And so Carlaw Park was special place, really special. Yeah.
Well, mate, on behalf of Carlaw Park Die Hards, thank you so very much for taking the time to come in. And thank you, too, on behalf of all the Carlaw Park Die Hards.
Yeah, absolutely.
For what you've done for the game.
Yeah.
You are Mark Bourneville, and you've given everybody some wonderful memories, including myself. So thank you for that. And thank you once again for coming on and sharing.
My pleasure.
Absolute fantastic.
Thanks very much.
Cheers, mate.
Beautiful.
Can you reach that far? Hey, that arm's broken. All right.